Hi there everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to share with you a little bit of just kind of a simple secret, but it's something you should know about anyway. I was trucking along building my Vindicator. You can see that it's looking pretty good. And I got to a magical space in that construction process where I was going to put on this back gate as we assembled kind of the different halves and all of that. And I remembered, like, I remembered sitting down in my big pile of stuff. I had acquired over time one of these eagle kind of back rhino doors, and I thought, oh man, that would be absolutely perfect. So I opened it up, and sometimes you get a lot of mold release on them, sometimes you don't. And if you take a look at this one, it absolutely shines. There it is. Trying to look at the camera, and you can see that it's got all this mold release on it. And the idea is that when they've got their molds, they'll spray this. It's almost like a spray kind of, and you can see it's very greasy. And what that does is when it's in the mold, it doesn't stick to the silicone molds. It'll actually open up. You'll be able to open up the mold and it won't stick, so it won't affect your detail or anything like that. The problem is it's really kind of greasy. It's almost like a petroleum jelly. So there's some good news for us in the sense that we don't have to like soak it in simple green or any of that other stuff. Because it's petroleum or oil based, we can actually use just kind of dish soap to fix it up. This is Dawn. This is our Canadian version. In the UK it's called, fairy soap or washing up liquid. And what I'm going to do is take some warm water, okay, and I'll put in just a few. Well, it's not a few, that was a couple. But put in a little bit of a couple of drops in there. Now, it's important that you don't have it too hot because what'll end up happening is it'll actually warp the resin, or it'll basically soften the resin to the point where you won't be able to use it, and you have to make sure you're super careful. So now that I've got the dish soap in there, or washing up liquid, or whatever you want to call it from wherever, I'm actually going to grab this and I'm going to soak it in for about 2 minutes. So it's been sitting out for that 2 minutes, and in reality it's not a whole lot of time. Now what that will do is that'll essentially soften up this mold release here, and then I'm going to take essentially it's a oversized toothbrush. It's a denture brush actually, and you get these at the drugstore for whatever. And all I'm going to do now is just very gently just kind of scrub this guy. And dunk it a couple times and just keep going back and re-scrubbing. Now, just like brushing your teeth, you want to go in circular motions just to get into all the nooks and crannies there. Now, the inside isn't really as important, but for completionist sake, here I am. Alright, so with that preliminary scrub done, I'll give it a soak. I've got some clean water over here. I'll just dunk that in there, and then take a little bit of paper towel and dry it off. And what I'm suspecting, okay, you can see, if I can get the sheen going here, you can see there's still loads of sheen on there. And the reason that we do that is sometimes, like, man, there's like loads and loads, and this one was a particularly bad one. So I can keep going at it, or I can try a secret weapon. Now the secret weapon I'm going to use is toothpaste. Now, when I was first learning how to scuba dive, whenever you bought new goggles, they also came with a mold release, and the instructor told me to use toothpaste in order to get it off, because there's a very, very fine grit that comes with the toothpaste. So basically it said just take a bunch of toothpaste, put it on here, and we'll use that grit to our advantage here. So again, I'll just keep resuming. So I'm dropping stuff on the floor. I'll just keep resuming now. All right, so after a quick wipe, you can see that it's a lot more matte, And I'm just going to continue on with this process, but that's the way to do it. Gets all that extra built up mold release off, and your primer and paint will stick to your models. So awesome. That's it for this one. Nice, quick, easy tutorial. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it and it was of value to you. If you liked the video, obviously jab that like button. If you haven't already, consider subscribing by tapping the subscribe button. And there's that little notification bell on the side as well. And that will give you notifications of all of our future videos, including our live gaming streams. You name it, it'll all be on there. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.